this recipe, you will need a pound of walnuts, a handful that you have reserved and chopped roughly, and the rest which you have ground up in a food processor or a blender, or even in a coffee grinder. You will also need 3 cups of sugar for the Agda syrup, plus another 5 tablespoons, 2 boxes of phyllo pastry, a lot of butter, and 2 lemons cut into rounds for the Agda. For the Agda syrup, you're going to need equal parts water and sugar and 2 lemons cut into rounds. You're going to pour the sugar into the water, give it a stir so it's all submerged, then set it to high, add your lemon rounds, and then you're going to want to wait till this comes to a boil. When it's been on the boil for 5 minutes, remove it from the heat and set it aside to cool. Next, you want to add 5 ounces of sugar to your ground walnuts. Next, you'll want to melt your butter in preparation for stacking the nuts and the phyllo. Alright, now it's time to start assembling the baklava. You're going to want to thoroughly butter your pan. This is a 9x13 pan, but you can also use a round pan or a couple smaller pans. After you've laid out your phyllo and it's been properly thawed, you're going to want to butter the pan and lay down 1 sheet, and in between, and you're going to do 6 layers, 6 sheets of phyllo. In between each layer, you're going to thoroughly butter each phyllo. If your sheets don't quite fit your pan, that's okay. Just use a pair of clean scissors to trim. Alright, once you've laid down your 6 layers of phyllo and butter, you're going to take your sugar almond mix and take a nice generous handful of it and spread it evenly over your your layers of phyllo. Once you've finished assembling your baklava, it should look like this. So now the next important step is you need to cut the baklava before you put it in the oven, which should be preheated to 360 degrees. When you've cut up your baklava and it looks like this, it's time to go in the oven. Here are some cool facts about Bosnia's baklava. Bosnian baklava is a bit more simple than other types of baklava. It's made usually strictly with walnuts, phyllo, and agda, the simple syrup mixture. Usually which is flavored with lemons or cardamom. The origins of baklava are greatly contested. Some believe it came from Turkey, others from Iran, and some from Greece. But baklava came to Bosnia in the 1400s with the Ottoman Empire and has been a staple ever since. Baklava reflects Bosnia's unique and multicultural ethnic heritage. Baklava is eaten at special occasions by all of the major ethnic groups, such as Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr by the Muslims, and at Christmas and Easter by the Serbian Orthodox and Catholic populations. Now that when your baklava is done and you've pulled it out of the oven, when it's still hot, take your syrup that you made earlier, the agda. Now that it's cool, we're going to pour it on the baklava.